Today we're going to cover the oil change on your Subaru 2.4 liter turbo engine. This engine will be found in the Subaru Outback, the Legacy, and the Ascent. So here you'll see a safe place to jack it up is right at the end of that long bar that runs down the side by the exhaust. Just high enough to get access in here. And right at the front of the vehicle you're going to see this big opening. And right up inside there is going to be our oil drain plug. So we can quit casting shadows here for you. Right up beside that opening is our oil drain plug right there. It's a 14 millimeter. And again, it's a big opening right at the front of the vehicle. So now ducking under here to get to the oil drain plug, we're going to go straight under here and you'll see this plastic dust shield. Follow that straight back and you're going to find an opening right here, and that's where your oil drain plug is going to be. Right there. Black plug. 14 millimeter nut. And you'll see here a safe place to jack the vehicle up is right on this long bar that runs down by the exhaust. This car holds 4.8 quarts, so just get yourself a drain pan that'll hold 5 quarts of oil. So to get to your oil drain plug, coming right underneath the front of the vehicle here, following this dust cover right back, you're going to see this opening, and right inside there is your oil drain plug, 14 millimeter black bolt. Safe place to jack it up. Right here's your exhaust, so you see this bar that runs down alongside there. Right there's a nice safe spot to jack it up on the end of that bar. And so if you follow your exhaust straight back, you'll see this bar that runs right alongside of it. That is a nice safe spot to jack the vehicle up, right at the end of that bar. And then again, right here is your access to the oil drain plug, and that's going to be a 14 millimeter bolt. So to find your oil drain plug coming down from the front of the vehicle, straight underneath, follow the dust cover right back, and you'll see this opening right here, and right inside of there is your oil drain plug. That black bolt right there, 14 millimeter. Right by here you see where your exhaust runs down through, and you see this bar that runs right alongside of it. That's a nice safe spot to jack up the vehicle. Right at the end of that bar that runs right down next to the exhaust. Another helpful tip, before you pull your oil drain plug, go ahead and remove your oil fill cap, and that's located under the hood here, right next to the oil filter, yellow cap. Go ahead and remove that. That'll let air in as the oil is draining out, and so it won't glunk, 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 and splash all over quite as bad. This car will hold 4.8 quarts, so just get yourself a drain pan that'll hold 5 quarts of oil. And go ahead and pull that plug. Once we've pulled that plug, I also like then to let the vehicle down so that all the oil will drain out. So we're going to go ahead and let the jack stand all the way down. Okay, once our oil has fully drained, we're going to jack the vehicle back up and go ahead and replace our drain plug. Go ahead and torque your oil drain plug down to 31 foot-pounds. Now this is a new vehicle to me. It's the first oil change I'm doing, so I don't have the exact oil filter wrench for this filter, so I'm going to be using an adjustable one here. And if you're interested in this, I'll throw a link in the description. I use this for my diesels that are really big, and I really like this. But this oil filter for the Subaru 2.4 is 14 flutes, and I measure it to be 64.5 millimeters. So you're going to be shopping for a 65 millimeter 14 flute oil filter wrench. And I'll throw a link in the description down below for that as well. So once we finish draining the oil, we replaced the drain plug underneath and lowered the vehicle back down. We're now ready to remove the oil filter right here. And I really love the way they put this in here, and they have a little spill tray around there, so all the oil's already drained out of the filter. It's a heck of a lot cleaner than these other styles. So always make sure the old rubber seal came off with the oil filter. You don't want that stuck on the vehicle end, because if we have double filters, you're going to have a mess. So make sure we have clean metal down there. Just wet your finger with some oil and make sure you run a bead of oil around the new seal on the new oil filter. Go ahead and install that. You want to go as tight as you can by hand, plus a quarter turn with the filter wrench. Okay, once we have that installed, we're ready to go ahead and fill up our oil. And again, this should take 4.8 quarts. So we're going to put in about 4.5 quarts or so. Okay, so that feels like it was at least 4.5 quarts or so. There's not much oil left in that 1 gallon jug. So we'll go ahead and replace our fill cap. So right here's the oil filter, and if you follow this plastic box right over, right at the end of it, you're going to see the yellow engine oil dipstick. And it says engine oil right on it. You're going to clean that off and get a reading, see where we're at here. You're going to see 2 dimples on the dipstick here. We want to be at the top of that second dimple. So we're just about right there. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall this. And now we're going to start the vehicle up just for a few seconds. You only want to start it up a few seconds to get the oil all throughout the system, get oil into the filter, and then we want to get another reading to make sure we're truly topped off. And not that this needs to be said, but we'll say it anyway. Make sure you're doing this with the vehicle on flat level ground. And so we're just a little bit below. We're probably about halfway between the 2 dimples now. You see where it went down because now oil's all throughout the filter and everything. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of that jug in there. Now once you've already started the vehicle up once and gotten oil all throughout the system, you don't need to do that again. Now you can just incrementally add oil and keep checking the dipstick until you're topped off. And now we're perfect. We're right at the top of that second dimple there, where we should be. So that's it. Now we're ready to replace our fill cap. And before we do, I just want to show you, it does say right on it what oil you're going to be looking for, 0W20, and you're going to be looking for a full synthetic. So if you think you're going to forget, it's right on the cap. Go ahead and replace that, and you're all done. That's all there is to changing your own oil on your new Subaru 2.4. Really hope this video helped you out. This is a new vehicle to me. We're going to have more stuff coming, I'm sure. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do that now. And if this video helped you out at all, hit it with a like. Can't hurt you, could possibly help me, so let's take that chance. Thanks for watching.